I have used the Canon 80D for quite some time now, but this is what I think about this camera in the year 2025. If you are considering purchasing the Canon 80D, watch this video first and maybe I will share with you something that will make you change your mind about this Canon 80D and maybe end up with a better option that will give you more value for your money. The Canon 80D was a fantastic camera in its prime, but in 2025 it's no longer a smart purchase. Whether you are a beginner photographer, a home-based photographer, or you are just stepping up your content game, there are better, smarter options. Here is why you shouldn't buy the Canon 80D in 2025, and I am going to give you several reasons. And the first point we need to talk about is the processor. The Canon 80D operates on the Digic 6 processor, which is now already almost a decade old, and this will end up affecting everything about this camera compared to modern day cameras. From image processing speed to color science and raw light performance, today's camera uses Digic 8, Digic 10, which offers better ISO performance, sharper 4K video, which is not even present in Canon 80D, and faster response time, for instance when you're autofocusing. So if you need an alternative, you can think of Canon R50, which is also a crop sensor camera, or Canon M50 Mark II, which is also a crop sensor camera just like the Canon 80D. Both of them have the newer Digic 8 processor, which is faster and the overall operation is perfect for hybrid shooters. The second point that we need to talk about is the dynamic range. The Canon 80D has a dynamic range of around 13 stops. In rewound use, you will start losing shadow and highlight details quickly when you start pushing the virus in the post, which means this camera does not give you content that will give you flexibility when it comes to editing, tuning the colors to match what you want to achieve. If you should need more flexibility on that aspect, the better alternative could be Canon R10, which offers improved dynamic range better than the Canon 80D. It also has better raw light performance thanks to the newer sensor tech and processing capabilities. The third point that we need to talk about is autofocus speed and accuracy. The Canon 80D uses dual pixel autofocus, which was revolutionary back in 2016, but in today's standards it is noticeably slower, especially for video and fast moving subjects. There is no eye detect autofocus, no animal tracking, no subject detection. That is a huge deal for creators and photographers in 25. So if you want a camera that solves these issues, think of Canon R50 and R10 again, which dominate this field with a breezing fast dual pixel CMOS AF version 2, which offers real-time eye tracking and reliable performance in video and photo as well. So the fourth point we need to discuss is the price, the cost of purchasing a Canon 80D, especially a brand new piece. A brand new Canon 80D goes for around $750 to $900, and even used pieces prices are not that low unless the camera is very old and almost falling apart. But when you think about that price in 2025, considering the camera does not give you 4K video, it lacks modern autofocus and has some other issues like the dynamic range and other things that we have talked about. When you think about the Canon M50 Mark II or the Canon R100, these two cameras offer modern features like the 4K USB streaming. These cameras solve all the issues of the Canon 80D and still come at almost the same price, which even if you buy used, these are modern cameras, so they have not been used for quite a long time, but you still have to check if the camera performs nice before you spend your money on it. So in conclusion, the Canon 80D will always be a legend for what it did during its time and even now, but In 2025, your money should go towards some better dynamic range camera, a camera with smarter autofocus, a camera with a faster processor, and a camera that gives you more value for your money. Cameras like the Canon R50, R10, and even the R100 outperforms the Canon 80D in the most important areas. So unless you find the Canon 80D for the cheapest price imaginable, you could just skip it and buy a better camera for the same amount of money.